The quiet river of compounding. You'll learn how tiny habits and small, steady choices can quietly build a life of freedom. Story told by Daniel Reyes. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a small town, watching an old river roll past. It looks calm, almost lazy, and most people walk by without noticing. Yet that same river carved the whole valley you now stand in. That quiet force is what this story is about. When Maya turned 23, she landed her first full-time job in the city. Payday felt like a celebration, so she did what her friends did. Dinner out, rideshares home, new shoes, festival tickets. By the next paycheck, the money was gone, but the fun still felt worth it. One Friday, her grandmother Rosa came to visit. Rosa brought homemade tamales wrapped in foil and a small gift. It wasn't jewelry or cash, just a plain coffee tin with a slit cut in the lid. "Start dropping $10 in here every week," she told Maya. $10 is nothing, Nana," Maya laughed. "That won't buy freedom." Rosa smiled and said, "Freedom isn't built with one big brick. It's built with grains of sand that stick together over time." Maya rolled her eyes but promised to try. That night she slid a 10 into the tin, just to honor her grandmother. The next Friday she forgot, remembered Sunday, and shoved the bill through the slot. The third Friday she set a phone alarm labeled tin. Months passed, and the tin grew surprisingly heavy. A year later, Rosa returned. They opened the tin together and counted $520. Maya's jaw dropped. "I didn't even feel that money leave my life." Rosa nodded. Imagine if that small habit had a job. Together, they walked to a nearby credit union. They opened an account that bought tiny pieces of a low-cost index fund. The bank's advisor yawned, saying, "You know this averages about 7% a year, right?" Rosa replied, "Good will take boring. Boring sticks around." Maya kept the alarm. Each payday $10 moved automatically to the account. Some months were tight, but 10 was small enough she rarely noticed. She still ate out, still grabbed rideshares, still enjoyed her life. The only difference was the silent $10 drifting away like steam. 5 years later, she checked the balance on a whim. The account showed $3,800. More than half the money was gains. The market had compounded while she slept. Maya felt an odd mix of pride and confusion. "I did almost nothing," she thought. Around that time, she met Jonah at a friend's rooftop barbecue. Jonah day traded crypto, talked about 10x returns, flipping NFTs. He showed his phone, green charts, rocket emojis, daily wins. Maya felt a tug of jealousy. Her account seemed dull compared to the neon rush Jonah described. Jonah urged, "Put your money where the action is. You can't get rich at 7%. Maya almost pulled her savings that night. Instead, she called Rosa. Her grandmother asked, "Who's calmer, the river or the flood?" The next day, Jonah's favorite coin plunged 30%. He laughed it off on Twitter, said he was buying the dip. 2 weeks later, it plunged another 40. His account went quiet, then private. Maya increased her auto transfer to $50 a paycheck. It still felt small, but the habit was now part of her identity. Life went on. Promotions, rent hikes, a broken wrist, a new niece. The account kept soaking up money like soil drinking rain. By her early 30s, Maya opened the app and saw $22,000. She stared at the number so long the screen auto-locked. She hadn't learned any fancy tricks, hadn't timed tops or bottoms. She had merely stayed curious and patient while the clock did the heavy lifting. Her friend Cammy asked, "How did you save that much on our salary?" Maya tried to explain, but Cammy waved it away. "I need bigger money moves than coffee tin tricks." That night, Cammy put 2,000 into a hot electric vehicle startup. Months later, the company restated earnings, and the stock cratered. Maya kept her rhythm, slow, calm, almost boring. She read a short blog post that said compounding is confounding because our minds hate quiet growth. We are wired to notice spikes, fires, fireworks, not the inching of roots under soil. Understanding that bias became her new superpower. One winter, Rosa got sick. Medical bills stacked, and Rosa worried about losing her little house. Maya visited every evening after work, bringing soup and receipts. She had quietly opened a separate account in Rosa's name. Over the years, she funneled a portion of every raise there, still tiny but steady. She transferred $30,000 into Rosa's checking account. Rosa cried, not from relief, but from pride. You learn the river doesn't roar, it polishes. Rosa kept the house, kept her dignity, kept telling anyone who would listen. My granddaughter outsmarted Wall Street by doing almost nothing. Years rolled on. Gray strands appeared in Maya's hair, and her automatic deposits rose with each raise. Some seasons the market plunged, headlines screamed, friends panic-sold. Maya lowered her screen brightness and went hiking. She had learned the hardest lesson: compounding needs space, not supervision. On her 45th birthday, the account crossed $500,000. She marked the moment with one square of dark chocolate and a text to Rosa. The next morning she cycled to work, same as always, latte in the bottle holder. Financial reporters shouted about crashes and bubbles, yet the river inside her account kept sliding forward, silent and patient. Maya's niece Sophia turned 16 and wanted a car. Maya told her, "I'll match whatever you save in a special account for 1 year." Sophia rolled her eyes the same way Maya once had. But Sophia tried, depositing birthday cash and babysitting earnings into a robo-app. When the year ended, Sophia had nearly $3,000. The app showed a small projected curve stretching decades into the future. Sophia blinked at the graph, then at her aunt. "Is that really me at 50? Maya smiled. "That's the river, kid, jump in." Sophia asked, "Why doesn't everyone do this if it's so simple?" Maya thought of Jonah, of Cammy, of all the headlines promising overnight riches. Because simple feels too slow until you see the canyon the river carved. She kissed Sophia's forehead. And canyons aren't built in headlines, they're built in Tuesdays. Summary: small steps repeated quietly beat big leaps that fizzle. Start with boring amounts you won't miss, protect the habit, and give time room to breathe. Compounding feels like nothing for years, then suddenly it's everything.